You're listening to the Law Enforcement Pirate Radio Network. Radio Free Larry residing.
You can run, but you can't hide.
Radio Free Larry.
All right, here we go again. I'm on my iPad and my little Shure device. Something happened there. I'm trying to get this working again. I also have a tube amp and some other stuff in the line, but I'm plugged into the iPad with the Shure amp. Back where we were before. Well, I got injured somehow. I think it's just a gradual over time without getting massages. I stopped taking the salt baths and things, got tight. And then I tried to backpack a little bit with some extra heavy weight, and it kind of wore me down. It's probably the mold, because as much as I'd like to think it's just some joint irritated or something, it's in the muscles and everything. So I think it's the mold here. So you might see me change locations here shortly. I'm really not. I was in health 2 weeks ago, so I got no idea. A week and a half ago, I was fine. I was ready to move, actually. I don't know what exactly hit, but the temperatures did increase back up, so that could be the mold. I couldn't even lay in bed before comfortably without taking something. And I don't take much. I took a couple Tylenol with the Theraflu at night, and that took the edge off. I was able to sleep, but I slept great last night, a good restorative sleep. I'm not taking like ibuprofen all day. If I did, it might actually go away completely, the sensation, but I'm going to, keep it as low as I can. I'm not into taking things to mask it. I want to identify it, realize where the issues are, and then heal it, and take what little I need to take. I'd like to stay in Texas. Don't know if that's possible. I really didn't know that Texas was such a moldy state. I realized that over here by Louisiana I might run into a little, but I never realized that much of Texas has an issue with mold. That's kind of a strange one. Like I said, I was wanting to get out to San Antonio and see if I could heal that location, because the blessing would flow easier, because they're not responsible for my current issues going on in my life here in Smith County, Tyler, Texas. So Tyler, Texas, and Smith County lost the blessing. That happens. I have to get forward of where I am. Maybe rent a vehicle, maybe rent a truck, fill it up with some things and take it out that way, not a whole bunch. But I'll probably be slowly shuttling my stuff back to my storage unit here. And not getting massages is probably a big part of it. I felt myself tightening up in the back area, but I didn't realize that my hips and all sorts of things were tightening up. So it might just be excited neurology that has to calm down. That happens with mold at times. As far as COVID-19 goes, we probably should have jumped on it sooner and got more focused with it. The biggest issue is that people are not personally taking it seriously. Downplaying it was a mess. I see that some of the talking heads and influencers are saying President Trump should just focus on the positive. Well, the nation's pretty sick of that. To a certain degree, a positive message works, but things are not positive. In other words, don't shift away from the issue and make things positive. You can make it positive message on the issue itself, but don't lie. Don't try to say, hey, the economy's great, when it's not great, but it's recovering. But it's going to recover by the nature of opening it up. So again, there's a lot of glad handing and taking credit for things that people are like, what are you talking about? And you can read online a lot of people that do not want to vote for President Trump, that may have voted for him last time, that have issues with things. But I think if President Trump could connect again and be honest with people, I think he would get a few more votes. Could he make it? Of course. The nation's crazy. I've seen people forget things in a month or even in a week sometimes, depending on what it was. So we are in a posture that says we're suffering as a nation. And all those protesters, you have to learn how to reach out to them. He's constantly saying that they're detractors and they want to demolish and destroy. Their lives have been demolished and destroyed at a minimum, spiritually and psychologically. Now, there's a whole series of things that teachers engaged in over the years to shift people's minds. But yet, there is a spiritual activity occurring in government. I've brought that up for years, that they feel. So everybody's laughing that does it because they can't articulate what the issue is. They say, we're going to get the Democrats in, and, under Obama, we were running a deep state. Well, under Bush, you're running a deep state. Under Clinton, you were running a deep state. Under Trump, you're running a deep state. But these are psychological warfare operators, and you're using them for political purposes also. So they end up being a special protected class, political class of people. And they're out there destroying my life and the lives of the other federal employees, state employees, and local employees that won't engage in that corruption. What happens is there's people in the workplace with these good people that will only do things for the deep state when they feel comfortable. They say, well, that guy's here. I can't do it around him. Well, then the deep state attacks that guy or gal and tries to take them out. A major federal crime, a major state crime, to attack a government employee because he's not or she's not corrupt. But it goes on every day. And that's an extension of why this is still happening to me. Because I knew all that it was. So again, I'm observing things. You should observe things. If you eat something and it makes you feel strange, don't eat it. There is a percentage of this that's true. They will drug people. They will drug federal employees. Part of their quote-unquote mind control program. I don't like calling it mind control because then it gets kind of foo-fooing out there with the Twilight Zone, Outer Limits, television kind of thing. These are the evil of the evil, man. They ain't got no good to give. Never did. So, steady as she goes, I guess. Wouldn't have attacked me. I could have minded it better. And God would have powered it better to protect all of it. Again, the idea is for people to wear those masks and social distance. I really don't have to worry where there's a surge. My friend kept going, you got to get out of there, there's a surge. I said, well, in a way, it's more dangerous to move during a surge. I could protect myself in that move, I'm sure, but I'm not worried about a place that has a lot of cases because I'm socially distant. But my living environment isn't healthy. Every day I have this post-nasal drip. It's probably from the mold at this point because the allergens all drop. So I got to get away from the mold so my body can calm down and heal. But I might move to a semi-rural area so I can find me maybe a massage therapist that's not in the middle of Contagion City, but we'll see. I just started my salt baths again. I wish I'd have stayed on those. So we'll see where that leads me to I have to figure out what to do about a vehicle. I'm just going to have to settle on one and buy it. There's a whole psychological warfare thing going on around me in purchasing a vehicle, but it's not all psychological. They'll buy vehicles out from underneath me, that kind of thing. So again, the nation has fallen. It's strictly anarchistic government. Tribal warfare. They're trying to get you to, if you have a good life, they try to get you to buy into the fact that they're protecting you. They're not. They just haven't taken you out yet. And might not throughout your life. You might find that they didn't focus on you, and no, there is no specific standard that they use to assassinate somebody. But within that assassination, they'll try to make that person look a certain way so they can say, oh, this is why we're doing it. But even if it's not there, even before it's there, they're always saying it. They're psychotic pieces of garbage. They never should have been in government and should have been removed at the first hint of their criminality. Again, that's why police officers and other people are being killed in government, because you decided that you would use witchcraft, Satanism, even if you go to church and call Satan Jesus. There are churches out there that engage in Satanism. Satan by any other name is Satan. Remember Bar Jesus, son of Jesus. Remember that. He was supposedly a son of Jesus, but who was he? A son of Satan. The Bible has a lot of information in it to help you. But that doesn't mean anybody that's Bar Yochai or Ben Judah is the son of Satan. The definition of something, what its spiritual definition is more important than what the physical word or image is. Because they'll attack you with imagery all the time, and so will Satan. They are possessing people with their high place and their wickedness in high place. So it's spiritual. Apparently the COVID-19 vaccines are working. That's well. That is well. I don't know how much more I'm going to be able to lay. I'm in bed right now speaking. I don't know how much more I'm going to be able to lay in bed because it starts pinging a little bit on my back. So I have to get out of bed a little bit and move around. I can feel it, that it's the same thing I had in Naples, Florida, but it's not as intense. So I caught it pretty fast, but I most likely have to get out of here. I should have caught it actually the first time it happened and got out of here. But, you know, we had a small window of COVID-19 clearing. I was thinking about it. And I decided to stay. I felt pretty good last week, a couple weeks ago, so I extended my stay another month at least. But it don't matter. I can leave here a couple weeks. That would not hinder me from moving. I'll lose the money, but that's that. You know, health is better than money. So I'm going to look around Texas. I'd rather not leave Texas because then I have to re-register my vehicle and re-get my license and all that. I'd rather find another location in Texas. It's a big state. The unfortunate part of it is I don't know if I'm going to find a place that's set up as well. I set this place up before COVID-19 and it was set up pretty well. But, you know, like I said, if I can't live here healthily, then I can't live here. I was trying to get to a different apartment within this complex because I know that the sun hitting this is what's causing it. And I didn't know that then. It was intuitive. And that this position is not a good position. The sun hits it, which was nice kind of when it was cooler out, but the sun hits it and it starts the mold to spawn. And that's pretty nasty stuff for the body. Well, praise God in all that you do. Praise God.
You are listening to the Law Enforcement Pirate Radio Network. Radio Free Larry, residing.
You can run, but you can't hide.
Stuff happens. Phone's been ringing. I got to put it on silence.